world of YouTube. Nice to meet ya. My name is Sharon, and you're watching the S is for Sharon channel, in case you are wondering. Thank you for clicking on my video. I appreciate it ever so much. Hope I can keep you entertained because I'm a very interesting person, obviously. Anyway, not really sure what to do for my first vlog, so I'm not really sure what to talk about. I was thinking I would just do like a question thing, like questions about me. Interesting questions to ask someone. 25 good questions to ask people? Let's do it. I hope they are good. Oh, these aren't good ones. These are not good ones. This is harder than I thought it would be, let me just say. Wow! I found a good list. This is 45 questions to ask to get to know someone. And I believe, since you have come this far, you do want to get to know me. So here I am, and here we go. Question number 1. Watch Star Wars or Star Trek, whichever movies you find most relevant. I've never watched Star Trek, but I'm a fairly big Star Wars fan. I enjoy Star Wars. Yeah, I'm a Star Wars fan. The new movie is fantastic. If you haven't seen it, you have to see it. And if you haven't seen it by now, what are you doing? 2. Read on a Kindle or a paperback book? Paperback, 100%. Yeah, I don't like reading on the screen. I think it's really weird. Like, books were printed on pages and they should stay that way. I'm a fan of reading. I like to read. I just like to have physical things. I'm very an old person that way. Do a play or a musical? I've been going to a lot of plays recently. For my class, I'm taking a theater course, but it's like a general course. I'm more of a fan of musicals, so I'm gonna go with musical. I like a lot of musicals better than plays because people just get overwhelmed with emotion and they have to sing. Go to the theater or a movie? Movie. I like seeing movies more, I think. Kind of. They both have their benefits, but I think I watch movies more. Definitely. Hike or bike? Bike. Number 6. Wear jeans or chinos? What's a chino? If I wear chinos all the time and I don't even know. Number 7. Have a margarita or a pina colada? Neither. Like a margarita, I guess. I'm not much of like a sweet drinker. I don't really like... The hangovers are too bad. Drink a glass of Guinness or Fat Tire? I don't know what Fat Tire is. Number 9. Crash with friends or stay in a hotel? Stay in a hotel. With friends. Number 10. Visit Europe or Mexico? Europe. Europe for sure. I love Europeans and the fancy buildings and the cheap wine. Vacation, Hawaii or Alaska, and why? I'm not a fan of the cold. I think I'd prefer to sit on a beach. Like, I'm not a swimmer. I don't like going in the water, but there's not really... I've never been to Alaska, so I don't know if there's nothing there for me, but I just feel like there's less there for me. It might be a lovely place, and I apologize to anyone from Alaska or in Alaska or vacationing in Alaska. You're probably having a wonderful time, but I would pick Hawaii. If it's good enough for Elvis, it is good enough for me. Skiing or snowshoeing? Snowshoeing? Because it requires less skill? I think? I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't be good at either. Travel by plane, train, or automobile? Car. I like road trips. I love driving. I'm a fan of driving. Drive anywhere as long as I have arms. Enjoy a houseboat or a speedboat? Probably a houseboat. I feel like I would like to be closed in and not. If you can't tell, I'm not much an outdoorsy person. Not really into that. Speedboat could be fun though, it depends. Go climbing or ziplining? Climbing. Go to a comedy club or a dance club? Ooh, comedy club. I love to dance, but that was a curveball right there, is what that was. Have a night out or an evening in? That's too tough, I can't decide. Because I'm completely introverted and extroverted, like I'm split down the middle 50-50. There are some days where I just can't go anywhere and there are other days where I have to be out. So tonight I'm going out, so I guess if you would ask me right now, which is what is happening, I am being asked to pick what I would prefer for the evening. I'm gonna say I'm going out, which I am. Watch TV or read a book? I like to read, but I think I like TV more. Go canoeing or water skiing? Canoeing, actually kayaking, but that wasn't part of the question. Water skiing, let's go with that. Camp in an RV or stay in a tent? You know, the only time I've ever camped, it's been in a tent, and I had a pretty good time. So I'm gonna go with tent, actually. Use Facebook or Twitter. I find I'm just not clever enough with 140 characters. I just don't have enough interesting things to express within that limited space, so I'm gonna go with Facebook. Choose a free trip or money. Money. Because I can buy a trip with money. Win the lottery or find your perfect job? Well, when you find your perfect job, you never work a day in your life. What they tell you anyway. I'm gonna say win the lottery. Who wouldn't want that? I'm in a pool or the ocean? Ocean. Travel by sailboat or cruise ship? Cruise ship. Going on a cruise. That sounds fabulous. Watch sports or play sports? Neither. Play dodgeball or kickball? I don't know what kickball is, but dodgeball, sure. As long as I'm the throwing one, because I'm not very quick. Who would you want with you if you were stranded on a deserted island? Betty White. I feel like she's been through a lot, she's lived through a lot, and if anyone could help you survive, it's probably her. She's lived this long. It's impressive, to say the least. Not because she's like a loose cannon or anything, but I just feel like she could, lighten the mood, perhaps. If you could do anything you wanted right now, what would it be? Sleeping? If money was no object, what would you do all day? Sleep. Where do you most want to travel but have never been? New York. New York. New York is my favorite place and I have never been there, which is a weird thing to say, I know, but it really is. What's your favorite memory? I'm pretty sure it's my aunt's wedding because it was a time, to say the least. And I will leave that for another time to tell that story because there's so much to it. I think I'm gonna have to write it down and put it all together because it was just a kerfuffle of crazy. So many odd and fun and crazy things happened that evening to like literally everybody in my family. I have to tell that story one day because it's a story that needs to be told. Who is your favorite author? My favorite author is Chuck Palahniuk. Even though I haven't read all his books, I still really enjoy the way he writes. What's your favorite book? Perks of Being a Wallflower. It's one of my favorite books for so long. I bought it on iTunes on audiobooks so I can listen to it whenever if I just don't have time to read it, but it's the best book. What's your favorite activity in gym class? Like that rainbow thing you all poof up and sit on? I don't remember what you do with it after that, but that's definitely the best day when the teacher like brings that out. What has been your biggest challenge? Learning not to procrastinate? What is your biggest success up till now? Adulting as best as I am right now. I did like a closet cleanse really recently and I'm very proud of that. What does your perfect day look like? Probably like a sunny day with a little bit of rain and like a picnic with champagne and my boyfriend and kittens involved and going to see a concert, a nap somewhere in there. That sounds like a good day. Maybe not perfect. Who wants perfect, really? You University or life experience, which do you feel prepares you for life? I'm in university right now, and I would have said life experience almost even, because there's a lot I've learned just about myself in a lot of ways going to university. I think overall life experience, just you learn more about yourself, but you learn about yourself going to university too. I don't know, they're both kind of par in my mind, but I guess life experience. What is one thing that should be taught in school that isn't already? More like real life skills, and that real life skills, I think, more practical things and just preparing you for the world better. I don't know, I don't think that's helpful. If you were to create a piece of art, what subject would it be? I would probably draw my cats. They're the most wonderful things in the world, and they deserve to be drawn and stared at for long periods of time and honored in the most extravagant way possible. What one thing would you change if you had to do it over? You know, this is gonna sound really cliche. I don't think I'd change anything. If you asked me that a few years ago, I would have said any number of situations. There are things that I didn't do that I wish I had done. I'm in a really good place now, and I wouldn't be where I am today if things didn't play out the way they have. A time machine, and you went back in time and you changed one little, small, seemingly insignificant thing, it could fuck up everything. Everything could be different, because that's just the path of how things went. So I don't know that I'd change anything. If you could go back in time, what year would you travel to? Like 1964, being a teenager in 1965, you could be like a 20-something in the 70s. How cool would that be? What does your life say about you? How would your friends describe you? I have to ask them. I don't really know. That's a good question. Okay, well that's the end of this page of questions. I will post them below so you too may answer these interesting get to know someone questions. If you have any other questions for me, I am happy to answer them. Comment and I will reply to it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I have held your attention for long enough that you would like to get to know me a little better as you. I'm here to make videos. I'm here to make friends. If you are so inclined, happy to meet new people. Just wanted to put my voice out in the world, and I guess if you would like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Thank you for watching my first vlog.